Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're making mashed potatoes and pork chops. I'm going to show you right here, we got the water already boiling. We pour a little bit of salt in there. We got our potatoes soaking, cut into little fine squares. And then we got garlic and a couple of eggs. So we're going to take these out. The longer you soak your potatoes, the better they'll taste. If you have diabetes, you must soak your potatoes for as long as you can. It's the only way you can process the starch. Go ahead and put it into the boiling water. We're going to take about 6 cloves of garlic. Throw that in there too. Right? And then we're going to take two eggs. And we're just going to put them in there just like that. And we're going to let it boil. And when it's soft and ready, we'll come back. Thank you. All right, now we're going to prepare the pork chops. So we got our pork chops here. I like to make pork chops with the apple. Okay. We also got our seasoning. I'm going to put some. Okay, put it over there. I'm going to put some of this avocado oil with the garlic. I'm going to turn that on. And then we're going to come back over here. We're going to put this together here. We're going to cut our apple. I already peeled it. Now we're just slicing it. And then we're probably going to do thirds. Alright, we got our onions. Now I'm going to make our little sauce, our little marinade. Got some Lee & Perkins Worcestershire sauce. I also like to use apple cider vinegar when I'm making any kind of meat, especially pork.
Dad, I don't want this.
Okay, put it on the table. I'm going to get 2 capfuls. Put that in there like that. Put some pepper. Remember, I do everything by eye. I don't measure anything. Shh. That's mommy. Put some garlic powder. And I think we're going to put, oh, we need some thyme. Ask mommy, please. Put some thyme in there. Ábrelo. Ábrelo. Go ahead, throw that little bit of dash in there. And now we could throw chuletas in there. See if we get a back shot a little bit. Go back a little bit.
Oh, I turned on the...
Yeah, just back up a little bit. There we go. We can put that in there to the side, marinate. The longer you marinate it, of course, it tastes better. But we're trying to do fast, tasty, quick, and easy. Alright, we leave that there marinating. We got our olive oil, avocado oil going. We're going to come over here and check on our potatoes. We're going to go ahead and just turn them around. Those are almost done. And then we got our mac and cheese going to go in there in a minute. Alright. I forgot to mention, this is a sofrito I made. If you're Latino, you know what sofrito is. So basically it's onions, peppers, vinegar, cilantro, and some other spices in here and herbs. And you make it into a blend. And you keep it in the fridge, so when you cook, you just come here and you add it to your seasoning. And I like to put a little bit in there when I'm making some food. And this is like another kind of marinade. To give it a Spanish twist. And now we got that in there like that. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our pork chops. We're just gonna set them in there evenly. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you need to come take a look. See, I got them thin sliced so they cook quick and easy. And we make them fast. Like I said, this is by hand, all measurements by eye, quickly and done. So we're gonna fry these for a few minutes, turn them out, fry them on the other side. And then when they're halfway done, we're gonna throw ahead our apples and our onions and let that saute on the side. And then we'll have that together. And then we'll come back and check on the potatoes and the pork chops. See you soon. We got our California medley. I like to just throw this in the microwave. It's about 5 minutes. And looking good so far. Now we got our water boiling for the mac and cheese. And throw those in there. We turned over our pork chops. And now they're getting cooked on both sides. Store our potatoes. We got our garlic cloves in there. And 2 eggs to boil with the potatoes. Those are about done. It's looking good. Now we come over here and make a space for our onions, our apples. So we're going to take these apples. We're just going to put them in there. We're going to put our apples in there, let that stir fry. We're going to put our onions right on top there. Break them out, spread them out a little bit. Right. Stir everything over here. It's potato and water. It's potato and water. It's clean. Take it and we'll mix it with macaroni as well. The reason we're making macaroni is because the kids like macaroni, don't like potatoes. So we're gonna take this like that. We got our veggies in there and put that to go. I like to do it 2.5 minutes on one side and then 2.5 minutes on the other. And that's how you do the veggies in the microwave. And we're gonna prepare ourselves to get ready for the mac and cheese to make. I mean the mashed potatoes. Forgive me. Now 2.5 minutes is done. We throw it over like that. Sure. And put that again for 2.5. And then we're gonna do this here. We're done with that. And this looks like it's gonna be done. Go ahead and turn these over. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go with that. Stir that pot, stir the pot. Yeah. We turn off the stove. We'll come over here. We'll grab our pot. We follow me to the sink. And you see here, I already have the coriander ready. And we're gonna just strain it out just like that in there. Get all the potatoes, the eggs, and the cloves that we put in there. Stay there for a minute. Yeah, I see. Now we got our potatoes here ready. And we're gonna come back to the pot. And there. We got that together there. Take a look at that. Does that look good? Look at that, we got our cloves, we got our eggs. We're gonna take out our eggs and we're gonna peel them. All right, our veggies are ready up here. We're gonna get those out in a minute when it cools down. And we're gonna go peel the eggs, just a minute. So you're gonna go ahead and cool the eggs down because they're boiling hot. Not too much, just enough. And I don't know if you know how to peel the eggs, but it's very simple. You take the egg, you tap it on the bottom or the top, and do it on both sides, and then you roll. Lightly push down and roll. Lightly push down and roll. And it's all cracked up. And then you just start from anywhere really. And it'll peel very quickly. You want to make sure when you peel it, it's coming out with the thin layer of skin that's under the shell. And voila. And then you do the same thing with the other one. Tap, tap. It's a little bit hot. Cool it down a little bit. Lightly tap and roll. Lightly tap and roll. And then you go ahead and peel it. And like I said, you want to make sure that the thin layer of skin that's under the shell is rolling with it. So this way it comes out nice and neat. And you don't dig into the egg. And then you rinse them off. Make sure you got all the eggshell off and thin layers. And then we'll come back over here. And we'll just throw them in there, like that. And then we're gonna take some salt. We put salt in the water, so we don't have to add too much salt. But as you know, when you make potatoes, you need to put salt. And then we're gonna put some black pepper. And then this smells like it's done. Yep, we got chuletas already. Nice. Very good. I like to put the ones that are done on the ones that still need to be cooked. That's a little trick I learned. We like to have them a little crispy like they are. And then we'll come back over here. Now the ingredients I put is salt and pepper. Gotta use some mayo. We use some sour cream. And we can't forget the butter. And I think we're going to use a little bit more than half of this. We put it in there like that. And we also got some chives. You can't have your potatoes without chives. And then sprinkle some of that in there. And then you get the masher, which is hiding back here. And we go ahead and just mash it up. You mash up the egg, you mash up the cloves, you mash the potatoes with all the seasoning, the eggs, the butter, the mayo, sour cream. Some people put milk in it, some people put yogurt, whatever does your fancy. And we'll go ahead and mix it. After you beat it down a little bit, I like to go in there and spin it around. Make sure you mix all the ingredients in there so it gets even. Don't forget to mash all the potatoes. You can't even make dirty mashed potatoes. Dirty mashed potatoes is when you wash the potatoes with the skin on them, cut them up and boil them with the skin on them. And you don't take the skin off. And they call them dirty mashed potatoes. I like those too. Make sure you put your garlic cloves in there so they boil and they mash with the potatoes so they get nice and soft. Put as much garlic as you like, whatever fancies your taste again. Mash all that up. And I like to use this Mishra's Dash that we put on the seasoning. We put more than a dash of that. Mix that. The kids out there know Daniel Tiger. Mix it. And voila, we got mashed potatoes. How does that look? I'm gonna have my taste tester here, Ava. Let me know.
Me too.
Mmm.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It's very hot. Good? Need anything?
No.
A lot more salt.
No, some more salt. Almost. Put some more salt in there. Mix it up. Very good. Now we're gonna come back and put it all together. Now we got the mac and cheese, the macaroni I mean. It's not cheesy yet. We're gonna put it in also in the strainer. We'll get all the mac out of there. And then you wanna stir it as you're straining it, so this way all the water that's inside the mac that's hiding comes out. So you don't want watery mac and cheese. And then you stir it all out like that. Put it all back in the hot pan, and you come back over here in the pot. It's still hot, and a little bit wet. Now we're gonna put our mac and cheese, or my cheese, into the mac to get it. And then when you push it and squeeze it out, there you go. And I like to use my fingers. There's a tool out there that you could put the end of this in and squeeze it out, kind of like clamps. But like I said, I do everything here by hand without any fancy gadgets, but they exist if you need to get stuff like that. And push it, squeeze it right into the pan.
No, Alex. He's trying to feed him pretzels.
Anywho, now we got that going. I like to use this. You can put some butter in there. Gotta put some butter and milk. It depends. I like to put a little bit of butter. And the cheese already has salt, so you don't have to use the salt. And then we put that together there. We go back and forth. Remember, the pot is still hot. And that's what's melting the cheese right now. Stop eating out of the pot, please. Stop eating out of the pot, please. Drop the noodle there. And voila. Now we're gonna put it all together, and we're gonna come back, and you're gonna see how it goes. Get those veggies out of there. And now we're ready to eat, friends. There we have our mashed potatoes with our corn. We got some apples and the pork chops with some onions and some California blend. And we got the mac and cheese there. And we're gonna go have a great time. And we're gonna eat. And next time, I'll see you. Make sure you like, subscribe. See you next time, friends. God bless.